Hello, and welcome to episode 4 of the Psycha recap, where I go back and try and remember all the tiny details of a campaign that has become my personal favorite. Today we'll be talking about the arc centered around this kobold, who is now deceased. That'll come up way later, but his name was Pren. He was a magic user, and this story revolves around him. So anyways, the party had returned from the Underdark with no more slavers in tow, as they had been given over to the Kuatoa. They arrived the day before a festival. They arrive. The festival, it's been being set up and being teased throughout the entirety of this campaign so far. In the first session, they're helping set up things. Everybody's getting ready for the celebration. I believe it was for the Falling Sky Festival, shooting stars, stuff like that. But the festival is about to begin. It'll begin that night. So the party rests up, finds themselves in a full-blown party. There are booths, there's food, there's tons of stuff. However, Austin, at this point, has become very distrustful. Distrustful? I think that's the right word. Has been very suspicious of kobolds and dragonborn after running into the slavers. They encounter Pren, who is parading himself around as a fortune teller. He's reading fortunes, he is taking coin, he's making people happy. Austin suspects this man, this kobold, so he decides he's going to interrogate him. How else does he interrogate him? He gets his fortune read. Pren starts reading Austin's fortune, and Austin starts, leaning into and trying to interrogate him, trying to get information out of Pren. Pren is just a traveling salesman, basically. He's a magic user. I said he was a warlock. That'll come into play in a few moments. But he starts to be a little off-put by Austin. He starts to be like, okay, you know what? I'm done for the night. I'm retiring to my carriage. Austin follows him. Pren is a little concerned, but at the same time, he sees in Austin and Heron a possibility. So he invites them into his carriage. Inside, he has a single chest in the center of the room. He explains that the chest contains a powerful devil named Victa, who that name I've dropped a couple times, I think, who is very close to being free from his containment. So Pren is offering a plethora of gold to go in and help him reseal Victa. Now, Victa's seal is something that only Pren can do. He explains that his old master taught him how to do it. Only he knows how to do it. He could teach it to someone, but there's not enough time to do that. So he says, I need you two to go into this pocket dimension, defeat the guardians that are the guardians that are rampaging around, so I can go in and reseal Victa. They're like, yeah, that works. So Austin and Heron teleport inside this pocket dimension. They find a man suspended in a sphere with two automatons guarding him. One, I believe, was a steel defender, and the other one, I cannot find the stat block for. I spent 30 minutes trying to find the stat block for it. I could not. It's gone from my notes. I don't know where it went. But they start fighting. The fight starts going south for the automatons, so what do? They decide they're going to break Victa out. I believe I had them talking about how they felt that they had better, there's more to life than just standing here guarding a devil in a sphere that's not doing anything. So they were kind of rebelling, and they decided, as one last act of rebellion, they were going to free this devil and just die. So the party, the two people, Heron and Austin, they are not successful in stopping the automatons, who do break Victa out. Victa teleports away, and the automatons, they continue the fight and defeat them. They teleport out of the pocket dimension through the exit and find Pren's carriage completely covered in blood and gore. No Pren in sight, just his hand on the table. They realize, oh crap, this is bad. Austin starts thinking, oh crap, I was last seen basically interrogating this kobold and strong-arming him. People are going to suspect it's me. So he and Heron immediately flee. Dalman, the guard, at this point, they don't even know Pren's dead. They just see Austin and Heron come out of the carriage, and Austin immediately runs. He just bolts. Heron, they don't really pursue him because they didn't see Heron interrogating the kobold. So they chase after Austin. Austin ducks into a house, which turns out to be the home of Victory's husband, whose name I can't remember. But he convinces Victory's husband to help him, and that is when Victa makes himself known. He is a powerful devil, an archdevil, who is trying to reclaim some of the power he lost from being imprisoned. So he makes a deal with Austin that he will clear Austin's name. In exchange, any kills or anyone he kills, their soul will go to Victa. So he makes that deal, and that deal lasts for a while. Eventually, I'll explain more when we get to that point. But Austin takes that deal. The guards stop pursuing him. He is cleared. His name's been cleared. I don't recall if someone else took the fall. It's been a while. I checked my notes. It wasn't in there. But yeah, that was the end of that arc, the Pocket Dimension arc. But the end of that session, Victa brings Pren back to life as a warlock who serves him. This was another NPC that I added, Pren here. I added to kind of balance out the party, just because with two people, it's very, very difficult to, balance an encounter with just two people, even though they're level 10. Because in certain situations, if it's 10v2, even if it's like an easy battle, that many hits against someone is going to it's not going to go well for the players. So I added Pren, I added Alina, and I bounced and forth, back and forth. Eventually we did get more players. When they are introduced to the story, I will discuss them. They're in the current campaign, like the current videos on my channel, the actual campaign sessions. But in the recap, I believe one of them is coming up soon, and then the other one is a very recent addition. But yeah, that was the end of that session, and that is when Victa makes himself known, and he becomes a driving force in the campaign. But yeah, oh boy, it starts to get interesting from here.